Member for Surrey Newton.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, last year, Surrey experienced 60 shootings. This year, we're on a track to more than double that number. On Sunday, Surrey experienced its 30th shooting this year. In 12 weeks, 30 shootings. 30 times in 3 months, my neighborhood and neighborhood all across Surrey have been terrorized by gun violence on our streets. And the worst part is they see no end in sight. These could easily have been 60 deaths last year, 30 deaths this year. So my question to the minister responsible is this: how many shootings, how many deaths will it take for this government to take this issue seriously and take some action that is effective?
Solicitor General and Minister responsible for Public Safety.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, the shootings that have taken place in Surrey last year and this year are of great concern to the police and to the communities, to the City of Surrey and to this government. The City of Surrey spends $120 million a year on policing. We put in an additional $60 million a year into our anti-gang unit that has been working extensively in Surrey, tracking these individuals, trying to gather enough evidence in order to put these folks in jail. Last year, in 2015, the RCMP made over 800 arrests on individuals that were involved in street-level gang activity. They seized over 170 weapons and over 150 vehicles that were involved in these activities. Just recently, the RCMP seized $4.5 million worth of drugs, as well as a substantial amount of cash and other paraphernalia. They are working. They're dedicated. There's nothing that gets the ire, and believe me from my own experience, there's nothing that gets the ire of a policeman more so than the continuation of these offences in a community, and every resource is put on it to ensure that they stop.
Member for Surrey Newton on a supplemental.
Madam Speaker, obviously this minister and this government doesn't get it. They don't get it. This minister, the minister before this minister, and the minister before him read from the same script and rattled off the same numbers, and nothing have changed. That's reality. Because these words of the minister, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, ring hollow to the people of Surrey. Really. It's because they've heard these promises before, they heard these numbers before. People saw an average of 1 shooting a week last year. This year, we are on track to have double that, 2 a week so far already. So, Madam Speaker, the gun violence isn't going down, it's escalating. And whatever strategies this minister and the minister before have rattled off here isn't working. So now my question to the minister is this: what effective additional actions are you proposing and willing to take today to protect people of Surrey who are terrorized by this kind of a gun violence on a daily basis?
Solicitor General and Minister responsible for Public Safety.
Madam Speaker, on a regular basis, I'm getting updates from the RCMP as to the extent of the investigations that they are doing every day on these issues, the manpower that they've got dedicated to these resources here. The anti-gang unit that we have in British Columbia has been focused very much on the individuals that are responsible for these things. But the member opposite asked what additional things that we can do. Madam Speaker, the families of the individuals that are involved in these kinds of activities have been a little bit reticent to come forward and say anything to the police. And what I'm encouraging the
Members.
What I'm encouraging the families to do, Madam Speaker, is to come forward to the police and to come forward to the police and provide them with the information that's necessary to move these investigations forward to conclusion so that we can successfully put them behind bars.